Hola, ¿cómo está? Soy Elijah.
Hola. ¿Qué es lo que quieres?
Haz lo que yo te diga y todo saldrá bien. Coge tu portátil y sal de ahí. No lo apagues, la batería está llena. El pasillo está vacío. Sal ahora y gira a la izquierda. Hay un ascensor de servicio al final del pasillo. Lo enviaré a tu planta. Date prisa, no hay tiempo que perder. Ahora no hay nadie en ese piso. Lo conseguiremos, Nick.
¿Quién eres?
¿Sabes guardar un secreto?
The film is, it's a classic thriller about Sasha's character, Joe Goddard, who's an actress who gets trapped in a situation where she's kidnapped by this villain that kind of entraps my character by sort of feeding me these very morally insidious things, these options to sort of spy on her that then implicate me and make me complicit in her sort of kidnapping. And all of this is told utilizing the screens, one computer screen and the various cameras and the way that we communicate on a computer. Is that?
Windows upon windows upon windows.
Yes.
¿Qué es esto?
Es su móvil. Ella cree que su cámara está apagada.
¿Por qué me haces esto?
Es ella la que va por ahí jodiendo a los chicos como tú. Intento hacer justicia. Solamente tengo que pulsar un botón. Hará todo lo que tú le pidas, Nick.
¿Qué quieres de mí?
¡Jin, no! ¡No!
Queremos trabajar para ti.
I think one of the greatest pieces of advice I ever received was to not read things about me or articles I've done, whether it's an interview or a review, anything like that. So I've always tried to avoid those types of criticism, but conversely, I am active on social networks, and so I will occasionally browse comments and see things, but with the good comes the bad, and for every 2 people that hate you, there's 2 people that love you and stand up for you. So I think that was the single greatest piece of advice I could get in how to deal with it, and also being able to have like my family and friends support along the way also helped a great deal.
¡Conduce! Está en el maletero.
Tengo un cuchillo.
No, 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 no hagas nada.
Sería tan sencillo enseñarle esto a la policía, Nick.
¡Es la policía! Creen que eres tú. ¿Saben dónde estás?
Puedes apagar la cámara, el ordenador o lo que te dé la gana, pero recuerda, eres tú el que tenía tantas ganas de verme.
For me, it's certainly family that provided a strong foundation. If I didn't have that foundation, I really honestly don't know how I would be able to manage or navigate. I think it's complicated, the film industry is complicated, that much attention on you is complicated. It can lead to so many, it can lead to people breaking down without the sort of tools to know how to deal with it and to mainly keep perspective. And I think for me, part of it was because I was so young when I started, so it all kind of happened gradually and I was able to sort of process it all as I was growing into it. But I also had a really strong family base that provided a life that was separate from the work I was doing as an actor. And I think always having that firm separation and kind of keeping everything in perspective and not allowing myself and my life to be dictated by and defined by this thing that I did helped me have, a healthy life and develop as a person. You know what I mean?
Estoy harto de esta mierda. ¿Cómo llego allí?
Si más de la mitad de los que habéis entrado en la web salís ahora, ella vivirá. Quedan 10 segundos.
The film, it was interesting because we didn't really actually get to work with each other that much. The days we were on set together, one of us was always kind of offset, with the exception of the huge explosion scene. So it was very limiting in terms of like what you could try as an actor. But Nacho's energy and craziness sort of all came together and kept me alive for sure, especially on the long days and on the long nights that we would have, and that's what makes his films, not just this film, but that's what makes his film so interesting and unique, is his energy is definitely shown in the movie and end product that you see. He has a sense of humor like nobody else.
Nacho is awesome. I mean, I knew Nacho, I knew his films certainly, and then I knew him personally before I worked with him. And I was really excited to see what he was like on set, because I know him socially and all of the various colors that represents. But it was really wonderful to see him on set and to get to know the director, which is extremely focused. You know, he's a visionary. This idea is extremely complicated to put it to action. To make this film, to construct this film is not easy. And I think had he not sort of constructed it pre-visually before the film, it would have been impossible to make. And yeah, his energy is extraordinary. He's hilarious. And I think this movie could have only really been made by him. Yeah. Or maybe it's just he's the only one who has the balls to do something like this.
Es hora de decir adiós. Quizá debería parar y empezar de nuevo.